Alright, this is part 2 from my previous video, and I'm going to start at Matthew, Matthew 19th chapter in the 23rd verse. Let me see if I can get that red letter real quick. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, because riches can pollute you. Okay, you can get caught up in the world with your riches. With wealth, it gives you a lot of power, a lot of authority over people, women, men, family, traveling, doing what you want to do, etc., etc. It can pollute you. This is verse 24. And again, I say unto you. So Yahushua said, and again, because if we scroll up, it was a rich man, and Yahushua told him to sell all his things, and he was sorrowful. He really didn't want to do it. So let's get this right here. Matthew. Actually, let's read it. Verse 21, Matthew 19:21. Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Yeah, he didn't want to give it up, man. He was living too good. He didn't want to give up that lime life. So this is Matthew 19:24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter in the kingdom of the Most High. All right, and what that's going into is being part of the elect, man. At the end of the day, that's really what it's going into, because being part of the elect comes with suffering. It comes with bearing a cross. It comes with pushing the truth in season, out of season. All right, not partying every day, every other day, doing what you want to do, or I wouldn't say doing what you want to do, because pushing the truth, you should want to push the truth, right? Want and a need combined. But you're gonna have Israelites that have wealth in the truth. Okay, that's a thing. Just because you have some coins, some shekels, doesn't mean you're wicked or you're going off, or you're not a part of the body. Because there was a rich man who, I believe he got the body of Yahushua, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I don't think this is it right here, but let's see. Nah, this is not it. It was an account. He has some status on top of being wealthy, because there's a difference from having wealth and status and clout. All three of those things aren't the exact same. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment. All right, I think I found it. Matthew, the 27th chapter. I knew his name was Joseph. I just didn't want to say it out loud. This is Matthew 27:57. When the even was come, there was a rich man of Arimathea. Arimathea. Let's go to the Strongs for that word right there. Arimathea. Arimathea, Arimathea Heights, the name of several cities in Palestine, which is that's translate to the Philistines. All right, that's the proper way of saying Palestine is the Philistines, which were Hamites, by the way, not those people over there getting jacked up by the small hats. Those are that's the sons and daughters of Ishmael. So this is Matthew 27:57, named Joseph, who also himself was Yahushai's disciple. He went to Pilate, Pontius Pilate, if I'm pronouncing that right, and begged the body of Yahushai. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. So he got Yahushai's body, man. So riches aren't a 100% guarantee of corrupting the flock, but it's a very rare, very minuscule opportunity for something like that to even happen. I mean, imagine having the world in your hands. You can, especially in these times, you can hop on a private jet, a plane, right? You can have a house here, a house there. You can be all over the place, and you can do it, especially if you can do it like every day. Oh yeah, that'll mess you up, especially that a lot of people that have wealth now, especially in America, Israelites in America, they're bugged the hell out. They sold their souls, man. They sold out for that bread, man. It became they got a whatchamacallit, man, up the rear. Cause that's how Esau get down. They have a whole thing about having dirt on each other so they can't sell each other out. It's like humiliation rituals. So this is verse 25. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, "Who then can be saved?" But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, "With men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible." Then answered Peter and said unto him, "Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have? What shall we have therefore?" And this is mainly going to come in effect in Jacob's trouble. Because in Jacob's trouble, let's see if I can get that account. I'm going to do it on my phone real quick. We're going to have to be, if we're part of the elect, man, Lord's will, I don't want to rock the czar, we're going to have to be pilgrims on the earth. That means you're wandering around. You're basically homeless, essentially. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make ye ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So the Israelites, particularly the elect, are going to be moving around in these days ahead. This is verse 28, Matthew 19:28. And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, right? So that's reincarnation. That we know that's how we describe a spirit coming back on the earth in a new body. Today is we call it reincarnation in scriptures. It's called regeneration. In the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So um, the 12 apostles are going to be disciples, Lakia. The 12 disciples are going to be on a whole different level compared to a lot of Israelites, man. Okay, to judge the 12 tribes sitting on 12 thrones. There's hierarchy. There's roles. That's a role that is exclusively for the 12 disciples. Verse 29, and everyone that have forsaken houses, so you left your house, especially if you got 2-3 houses, you forsake that, you forsake your blood brother, right? Your sister, or your let me just not run off the top of my head and just read it, man. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And that's mainly going to Esau, because Esau, as a collective, have the vast majority of wealth on the planet Earth. You think a couple million is some money, man? Esau got trillions, or in numbers above trillion that I don't even know what the number is that's after trillion, but Esau got that and more. They hide their wealth. You see these secret elites of the earth. They hide their wealth. They don't want to be known. See, Jake want to show out, right? Jake want to show out to gain status from their wealth. They don't truly want to gain status from their wealth. They already have status, and they hide behind the shadows, and they have their puppet leaders to be the face of their evil doings, while they fund both sides of the war, both sides of the conflict. I'm ending this off in Luke chapter 6 and verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. So those are all roles that's going to be played. Now, does it literally mean woe to you that are full, for you shall hunger, and woe to you that are rich, for you have received your consolation? No, man, that's not literally what it's talking about, right? These scriptures have writings and parables and dark sayings. What it's going into is that when the time is right, when the time is ready, the Most High is going to flip roles, going to flip the switch on people, and those roles that switch is going to show who the Heavenly Father is truly dealing with. Because right now, these people in the world think the Most High is dealing with Esau, which is so-called white man, woman, and child. All right, and not all so-called white people are Edomites. You have Israelites scattered amongst them. You got heathen nations scattered among them. Because pursuant to the scriptures, you are who your father is. Your lineage goes by the seed line, the sperm. That's what we know today as of a race. All right, that's your lineage. So if your father, you a prime example is an NBA player. I think he plays for the Knicks. He looks like a Edomite, right? He looks like a so-called white man, but his father is a so-called black man, and he doesn't even sound like a so-called white man. All right, by the way, but he looks like one. And when Jake when Jake found out he was so-called black, they warmed up to him, because that's how the spirit flows. Of course, you got bug out Jakes that don't even understand their left from the right. But at the end of the day, man, the elect are gonna be known in these coming days and these coming trials. Adawan Ratazada's edifying and Shalom.